back to another video, and today I'm going to be modernizing musical characters. And before we start, I'm just going to say I'm sorry that I haven't been able to post. I've just been very busy with school stuff and the quarantine and stuff. But I'm posting now, so the character I'm going to be modernizing today is Lydia from Beetlejuice the musical and from the movie, but I'm focusing on the musical version more than the movie. She's like one of my favorite musical characters because of how sassy she is, and how different she is from most of them. When I was choosing characters, I knew that I didn't want to choose like a be more chill character because they're already kind of modern. They're normal, and I didn't want to just stick to Hamilton because that's obviously not normal. So I chose Lydia, who's obviously not modern, but she is a bit, but enough that I can come up with my own ideas. Alright, with enough talking, and let's get straight into the drawing. Drawing this was really fun. I liked getting to do something more different because my characters are usually like more girly and happy, but Lydia is pretty much the opposite. She's very gothic, she is sassy, she's very sarcastic. That's kind of what I like about her, how different she is from like other classic music characters. I think she's my second favorite, besides Peggy from Hamilton. I just think that when she says Aunt Peggy, that makes me really happy. So I wanted to make sure that she looked very, very gothic because she is that gothy teen in the musical. I wanted to make her look younger, even though she gets older as the musical progresses. I wanted to do her a bit younger, so I put her in a pose where she's like sitting with crisscross on the floor, and her hands holding her legs. I've never done a pose like this before. I was looking at like so many references off camera because I didn't know what to do. But it was really fun getting to try something different. I usually just stick to the same old, maybe walking or like sitting in the same way, like just sitting down on a couch. So this is very different and pretty hard for me to figure out, but it was very, very fun getting to try something new. For her outfit, I put her in a shirt with stripes underneath it, and then a black crop top on top. And I thought that this was really cute. I don't usually draw characters like this. I was gonna make it a mesh, and then you could see the top underneath the shirt. But on my 6th Sona, I had already done a mesh skirt, and I didn't really want to do that again. So I decided to just stick with something that's not mesh. I think that she turned out like pretty gothic looking. It was very, very dark considering that I always do like light stuff. But I thought that it turned out really, really well. I was gonna give her light jeans when I was coloring just to like break it up, but I decided against that because it just didn't look right considering that she is very gothic and like darker colors. I wanted to incorporate like the fish hooks on her dress in the musical somewhere, but I just couldn't figure it out. I was gonna do it as a hairpin, but her hair was already gonna be so dark that it wouldn't really show that well, like her safety pin that she wears in her hair in the musical. And I ended up forgetting to do the Lydia behind her, which I'm really sad about. I had already gotten rid of it, and I just decided against it, and I added other things behind her. Okay, I'm doing the coloring now, and her eyes, they were extremely fun to color. I tried something very, very different. I usually just do a flat color and then a bit of shading and then a highlight, but I tried something a bit different, and I think that I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm paused because I'm looking at my phone. And I went back and forth between the browns because I was gonna do a light brown and then like kind of darker on top, and then the highlight, which I'm really happy that I went with that. It looks really good, but it took me a while to get like it even and stuff. But instead of like a plain white highlight, I did a lighter highlight, like a lighter brown, so that it kind of matches with the eye. And I thought that turned out really well. I'm really proud. For her skin, I think that it was a bit too tan. She was pretty pale in the musical. That's one of the things that I would have gone back and changed. I think that's why she looked a bit different. But I like how it turned out overall. Her hair is very black. I I didn't want it completely black so I could shade it with black. But her eyes kind of get lost in it, kind of. Like, when I look at it on my computer, you can see that it's a different, like, a more very, very dark gray. But when you're watching it on camera, and it looks like it's just pure black. It took me a while to realize that her arms were not, like, part of the shirt. So I didn't realize it till later that I had to color her skin tone that. Most of her outfit is black and gray. The shirt underneath is gray because I didn't want to do it black, like underneath the black top. I gave her a black belt though because I didn't know what else to do. And this is where I was going to give her like light blue jeans, but it just didn't really work. And so I ended up giving her like normal navy dark blue, which I think that fits way better with her aesthetic. I think that I should have done like a spider web design on the shirt. That would have been pretty cool. But there's a lot of things that I would have changed about this. There's a lot of things I would have changed about lots of art pieces that I've made, but I can edit them later. I'm gonna post the finished products on Instagram so you can see if I changed anything there. Okay, here's when I realized that I hadn't colored the arms, and so I'm doing that now. Then I'm gonna color the shirt, and that was pretty boring coloring this until I got to the shading, which was very fun. I like shading things in general. I like just figuring out like the lighting and stuff. See, I was gonna put her name behind her and have it like kind of like a neon sign, and then like the light off of it is bouncing back off of her, but I kind of forgot that, and I was just sitting in bed thinking that I just didn't want to go back and try to do it. But overall, it turned out really good. I accidentally did the coloring on a different layer, and so that was pretty difficult to deal with. I always end up doing the line art on the wrong layer. But it still turned out fine. I just couldn't be as creative with the background as I could have been because it would have gone through her shirt, and I didn't want to recolor it. Also, I left her eyes with white around them. I don't usually do that, but I think that it turned out really good, and it really just breaks up everything. It looks so much better than just the plain brown. I think if I would have kept the skin there, it would have just not looked as good because it needs something other than dark colors. For the background, I did a light green like bubbles, if you will, because Beetlejuice, his hair is green and stuff, and I thought that would tie into her design pretty well. And it's another color that just pops her off the page and makes her stand out more, and this is when I realized that I can't do anything else without messing it up. But yeah, overall, this was really, really fun to draw. I think she turned out really, really good. I'm going to be doing this again. If you have any other suggestions for characters or musicals that you want me to modernize, leave them in the comments. I would really, really appreciate that. And I'm just finishing up the shading and final details, and then I'm going to add the background. Alright, and that's my drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed my drawing, and if you did, make sure to leave a like before you go, and if you're new and want to see more art-related content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video. I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Bye!